What happened to the broadcast?
The estimated SOF is
I haven't tried to pull it up yet.
2,884. We expect to be fighting for the podium.
Oh, where's my
5 cars left to grid.
I think the broadcast crashed. Wait, it says he's live. But then it doesn't load.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid. Waiting on the final car to grid.
It's HBR, right?
No, it's another one. Racing Line Network, I think.
You
Oh,
have
I
4
don't
additional
have that
sets
one
of
then.
tires for this race. Be smooth and have a good run.
Yeah, it won't load. It was just working. I'll refresh
Well,
his
sir,
page
you
here.
loaded in. You got the pole. Let's roll.
10-4.
All right, man, we're going green next
Broadcast?
time by.
We
All
don't
right,
need
man,
no
line up
stinking
on the
broadcast.
inside row. Pit road is closed.
Yeah, I'll check it here in a minute, see if it comes back up. 99 laps. I think I heard lap 35 is the stage.
I can check that. I think. They didn't put it on the flyer. It just says that it's actually it's saying 120 laps.
Nah, it's 99 in here.
Feel like I won.
Let me check the pylon. Yep, you're right. 99.
Get ready.
All right, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
The pace car is in.
136 degree track temp, so be careful on the first couple laps.
Outside.
A lot of wheel spin behind you.
Stay low. There's a car on the high side. Stay low. All clear. All clear.
Clear all the way.
Hey, Derek. Ringer in a suit. Hey, what?
Shit.
Somebody wrecked.
Caution's out.
That's my bad.
Yep. Doug Pierce in the back.
Got 4 sets of tires.
Hey, I'm sorry, Doug. I felt like I was running
Nah,
way
Cameron
low.
behind me's he's quick.
No, my ass I kicked him.
Lovelace and
Yep.
So
I don't
set
see
my
the other
back.
guy from.
I
Oh
think I
no,
gave
it
up
was
that
that
throttle.
Chris guy from last week when it was second and third, I think.
Yeah, like I was trying to, man.
Was it Chris?
Got loose and I got all the way out of the gas.
I'm still learning the names. Nah, man, I ain't going to the back.
When you race in as many series as you do, it's hard to remember names.
Especially when there's like 40. Low turnout tonight, though. 17. Not a lot of people got this track.
Yeah. Yeah, Jonathan Burt never loaded.
Pace car's blinking out for me.
I'm seeing it all right.
Can we make it to 50?
These cautions are going to be long.
Travis Start just ran the fastest
So let's
lap
try to
so far with a
minimize.
111. He's smoking.
I think you can get to 50. Well, those tires are going to be mad at me after that.
Yeah.
Longest run I've done, was it 15 or 20? Probably 15.
13.
It wasn't much. 13?
No. Yeah.
Let's see what happens after a few laps here, Derek. Then we'll discuss pitting early. Might be a 2-lap wonder out here. I don't know.
So yeah, 136 degree track. It's 88
136.
air with a 12 mile per hour wind.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hot.
Beforehand, so I
Well, they call Japan the land of the rising sun. It's hot.
relatively quickly and give you the race at the rest
There he is.
its distance. This is the part where actually I think, nope, we don't have that information. I was going to say I could try and go over the starting grid, but that is quite literally not possible. So we'll see how things are once we get
It's
everything
quite
reloaded.
Low in
here.
my headset.
He's talking low.
Oh, he lost his stream again. He just came back when I opened it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wonder if he's having storms or something.
Field and
Wait, he's
see
back.
where everybody has ended up at once we get your time and screen momentarily.
Is it my connection?
Since it is 1 to green.
Think my Wi-Fi? I don't know.
No, I think it's him. I think it's him.
A little bit.
His YouTube is Gary
It
at...
sounds like he's having issues where his
The last laps, that's all that matters to me, honestly.
what's that?
Gary at Racing Line Network.
Let's see where everybody is on track. Brian McCann is in the first
Okay.
place position. Cameron Sarton will
There's
restart
something wrong.
on the
You
outside
set the
lane.
fastest
Lovelace
lap.
will be
Brought
starting
out the
third
caution.
in the 33, at least restarting. Victor Fluger in the 80 will restart in fourth.
Wait, is he talking about...
Starting fifth is Chris Travis S3.
Talking about me?
Sixth, seventh, Hunter Carter.
No, he can't be talking about it. He must be
That's funny.
meaning the fastest lap of the race.
Just that you started on,
Leader,
you were up
ninth
front.
place, Brian Johnson. 10th place, Philip Chavez. And then William Duff, Michael Thorpe Jr., Heberly Telemack, Jared
Oh, no, I was talking about
Ryan Lynch,
in-game
Logan
chat.
and Doug Pierce will be
You probably
rounding
can't hear that
out the
well.
rest of the field.
Unless you got it on your end.
Well, we may have not gotten the main race start, but we will still get at least this race restart, not too far behind the main starting point of
Got a little tire spin that time.
green flag in hand. We're racing here.
Yeah.
At Mobility Resort Motegi.
Remember, you don't need to pull out too far ahead. Just watch your race management. You're ready to let a lap.
Brian McCann has,
You ran a 39.40. They ran a 45 and an 86 behind you.
as well as broken away from this battle in third place. Zachary Lovelace on the outside lane trying to fend off Victor Pfluger, but that doesn't seem to be possible, at least in turns 1 and 2. So Pfluger will move himself into third place.
Oh god, we can make it to 50, can't we?
Yeah, easily. You're showing 55 more laps in the tank.
I gotta save 50 laps on these tires. Ooh.
Right on board Pfluger.
Only the top 3 are in the 38s. Everybody else behind you is in the 39s and 40s.
Now, everyone very much spread out here, so all these lanes are available, but of course everyone will be trying to run
Maybe saving, Brian.
the lowest lane possible close to the white line. Let's see a couple of battles here on track. This one for 11th place is heavily Telemac and William Dubb,
Thank you, Derek.
8 and 17 car respectively.
Trying to save a little bit now. I just want to keep him behind me is basically what I'm focused on.
Right.
I'm getting awfully worried about that right front though. Oh, he's losing it. He lost his right front, so I'm doing good. All right.
He's a half a line up higher off the bottom than you are.
Did he just hit the wall there?
I didn't see him hit the wall, no.
Lap number 35. So a long ways to go here as Brian McCann and Cameron Sarton both start to get themselves away from the rest of the field. Now we'll see how
Oh, tight.
the first few laps.
Don't do it.
Few drivers noticed
Okay, you got a big run off the corner there, right?
Michael Thorpe.
I got to adjust for that. Holy crap.
Those two drivers. Take a look at Tony Brent here as he makes his way into turns 3 and 4. I'll trial and see if this will work. It will not. Could have had something for points. We'll see if this works as well. Seems like kind of, but not necessarily.
In your tire tracks.
Tony Brent technically will lead with 106 points of everybody else if the race were to finish now.
There you go, good exit.
Quite a ways to go, and quite a few things to work out over on this end as well, but one of these days we'll get the live points working properly. I'll go by next race after some further testing. As look at the 15 of Chavez Esser, who just flies into turns 3 and 4 hard on the brakes. 15 is absolutely brave. Meanwhile, for first and 7, Sarton continues to close the gap ever so slightly.
Watch
He's
out,
about a
watch out,
tenth of a
everybody, watch
second.
Yellow's out.
Oh, as we
I am not sure. No.
Very well.
I can answer that. I was the last champion.
to say, but that's enough for the
Thanks.
caution
Don't ask me
to
do
come
it again.
out.
15, I think that was my bad. I think I turned in a little soon.
I'm not sure if he's ever been a champion. I came in late. What season is this?
Yeah,
This is
we
season
took different
7.
angles into one.
So I won 6.
See what exactly.
But I don't know the history before that.
Thanks for giving
Turns
me a
3
chance.
and 4. Turns 1 and 2 rather. And oh no.
Yeah, I tried to come back down to let you save it.
I think I won 6.
Yeah, man, you did everything you could.
We
Appreciate it.
do have
Really do.
multiple angles available to us, but definitely some contact.
Pretty sure it was last season.
15 and
You're all set in case you decide you want to come down?
we'll see what happens.
Oh yeah, I'm coming down.
Okay.
He just lost grip somehow in some sort of way. Take one more look and see. They're going into turn.
Oh, they wrecked on the straightaway.
Oh, he tried to follow left.
No, wait, that was the end of the straightaway.
It's not they forgot Chris Chavez was there. It's just that no doubt he expected Chris Chavez to move inside with them at the same time, and unfortunately that.
Oh, put my windshield tear off on. I got a speck on my windshield.
Sure, now you tell me.
Does anyone decide to go into pit entry? This.
All right,
is
you
a
got it.
very-
And giving you your
Yes,
spotter back.
Going into
There you go.
pit road here. Save for Brian Johnson, Jared Claude, Doug Pierce does go into pit lane. So all but two are in
Five.
pit road.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
Slow entry.
See where everyone
Make it work,
ends up, what the strategy is for some of these drivers. Looks like
That
for
straight line off.
some, right side's going up on the car. That'll be 4 tires. Good majority of the field, yes,
That's
it
it,
will
go.
be. So
Don't do it. He did it.
Come, don't speed.
a pretty decent baseline to see what the
Line
tire
up,
can
single
be.
file.
Yeah,
I knew I had a bad entry.
He had a much faster right side than you.
Think of what it is in your head, and well, someone making it known is
Let's see what those tires were.
his first.
Oh, wasn't too bad.
Yeah, he had a
Pierce
1470. You had a 1525.
still the only driver still in pit road, but otherwise, aside from that, Brian Johnson and Jared Claude, the only 2 drivers to currently stay
I'm
out.
still gonna have to back off on that right front. So I don't think that's gonna last on a 50 lap run.
All right. Top 2 stayed out. We'll see if they come in this time. If not, you're definitely going to have to watch for the tire spin.
It'll be right on top of the pace car. Do the 27 and the 46 decide to go to pit road, and well, the 46 goes to pit road. Brian Johnson stays out. That is a very intriguing call.
We only gotta go 40 laps this time.
Lights will remain active on the pace car for the time being. So no doubt a couple more laps to go before we go back green.
Brian's gonna have a lot of
flag
tire spin.
Yeah. And I wish I knew if he spun him, is he going to go to the right or is he going to go to the infield?
Does he think he can last the next 20?
My guess is gonna be right.
in the top 10. I don't blame him, honestly. In all fairness, he does have a pretty solid shot at doing
When
so.
they programmed that in, they were like, I'm gonna put that in there so they go right every
So
time.
stage points will go
Let
to
the 1 car by.
your immediate points as well. So it could be a
Maximum
benefit
carnage.
for Brian Johnson. It's just a matter of if the tires think that's a good idea.
No, it'll go either way. I'm just guessing, right?
We'll see how things go. Last week's winner.
Oh, yeah. I get it.
Brian McCann, sitting up here in 3rd place. He has shown in Atlanta that he is a force to be reckoned with after dominating the field, finishing ahead by, I believe, 8 seconds, 8.2 seconds over Lovelace and Thorpe. Both of which are here. They're running 4th and 7th.
All right, man, we're going green
Thor,
next time
that was
by.
his name.
All right, man, line up on the
He's not
inside
in here
row.
tonight.
The lights go out on the top of the pace car, which of course means the universal message of, hey, get ready because we are going green next time around. Sergeant is deciding to say hi to the pace car driver. He's trying to do something to pass the time. This is a 1.5 mile.
I like that 33 scheme.
Or not. And yet with how wide it is, in fact, let's see if we can get a wide shot here. Here's the 1.5 mile track, all in full view. It looks a lot larger than it is, if you ask me, with the size of this track, especially with how many lanes.
Yeah, I like that orange, black, and gray theme.
It is
Yeah.
intimidating in a sense. And in fact, last week I did call it Gateway but wider. I think more accurately this would be Darlington but wider, and you can just run practically anywhere on the track for the most part, depending on
Kind of looks like Dale Jr.'s old Whiskey River scheme.
as well as where the drivers have decided to run most on the racetrack as
ready?
well.
All right, buddy.
which are running in the portion of the track that's more rubbered in, is a lot more favorable to the tires and the grip of your
Pace
car.
car's in.
All right, coming to the pace, into the zone. Ready, go,
Green
go.
flag, green flag.
left
Good
hand.
job.
You got a little bit of a start there. That way you didn't spin him too bad. You're right on his bumper. One outside.
Flag flies once again.
3 wide. You're on the
Hold your
bottom.
line.
With that, making it
Outside.
3 wide
Three
on
wide
corner.
there.
27 outside. Back
Hold
3
your
again.
line.
33 is way up high.
Got one
Split
outside.
3 wide
Two
with
there.
Sarton to the lead.
27
All clear.
clear. 27 clear all the way up.
Drag race off of turn number 2.
All right, let him. If you want to wear him down, go ahead, but just watch your tires.
2, I think, from third place.
Yeah, I might want to back off here.
You were faster than him on the long run.
And we
Next
see
car is
immediately
leader.
those
You're in second.
fresh tires working
Because we might actually have to go 50 here.
for everybody else. A little bit of a scrape on the outside wall on corner entry for the 13. Hunter Carson trying his best to hold on to it up on the outside lane. Doing everything that he can to keep that car under control. And just like that, Brian Johnson has fallen out of, or almost fallen out of the top 10.
And if I get to sit here, I get to watch and learn versus me being in front.
Here comes Heverly Telemac on the inside in the 88. These two will be racing for the 10th place position.
Doug Pierce wrecked. He's in the middle of 3 and 4 so far. No caution.
Points a little bit further up the road. 26, 28, and 80. 6th, 7th, and 8th.
All right, he towed.
Now 7th and 8th, Tony Brent.
He's I pushed pretty hard right there. He's pushing harder.
In fact, I think off of turn number 2, and if they did, both of them kept it under wonderful control. Pfluger goes into 7th. Doug Pierce into pit road. As Pfluger gets by, moves himself up to 7th place. Look at this, the roles have reversed now at the start, at the top portion of the timing tower. Cameron Sarton leads the way over Brian McCann. So it looks like the dirty air, in a sense, might not be the
Big
most favorable here at this track. And
There's an aero component to this, isn't it?
side tires right on the inside wide. On the
Yep, just as
Brian
the
Johnson.
broadcaster started talking about dirty air, it hit you.
Effectively, same set of tires he started with.
Did not take that into account.
I'm actually genuinely quite surprised that 15 laps on the tires makes this much of a difference. As shown for Brian Johnson. But hey, now he knows for a little bit later in the race when he does need that information. You don't really know until you try it yourself against other drivers especially. In practice, you can only get so much information.
Sorry though, I believe I'm super saving.
33 and 34, Lovelace.
Well, if you're super saving, you got 2/10 over Chris S3.
Oh, they, it's very well,
Sarton has been fastest 5 of the last 5 laps.
especially
Thorpe is another 2/10 back,
Second.
and then Lovelace.
last week's race at it.
So you and Sarton are doing your thing so far. That's where he's just kind of hanging in there.
Guy scraping the wall on corner entry. Mohammed Foul, just a little bit of a paint scuff more than anything else. Heavily Telemac has gotten by Philip Chavez in the 101 for the 10th place position. Now down the entry to turn number 1, if not down the straightaway.
There you go. Get a little bit of clean air on that left front.
This is more of this is one of those races where you start to race the track more than the drivers. At least that's my opinion, especially with how wide this track is and how precise that you would have to do.
You were fastest that time by half a tenth.
See how things fare in these next 10 or so laps. Relatively close together. I see that Lovelace is to the right. His left side tires onto that white lane once again. The white line.
That lap belonged to you by about another tenth.
Running that low lane. That's what I'm about to get at.
Leader's last lap was a 19, yours was a 10.
Of course, one of those no duh kind of comments, but you see how everyone is not really willing to run to the outside. It's not the most possible, at least as of yet. It's not exactly the most favored lane to run about 2 lanes higher, if not 1 lane higher, to try and see if that would work. Chuck Star is trying just that thing, but he's not running a full lane higher. It's more of a half a lane width, so not too much difference between all the lanes these drivers will be running throughout the night. Regardless, we'll see how things fare. 10 laps to go until the completion of the stage. No cautions at the end of the stage. We will keep running. And Sargent continues to log those laps on the board. But early in second place, Brian McCann sitting in the number 8 car. Chris Chavez S7R3 working here in the number 15. Michael Thorpe.
He pushed hard into that corner.
A little bit, lap by lap. Last time around, believe it or not, he was about 5 hundredths, sorry, of a second slower. 5 100ths of a second slower. Getting passed by Ryan Lynch. That same set of tires just not working as well as he had hoped. It was a gamble and it didn't pay off, but again, now he knows for the rest of the race when everyone else pits, it might be for the best idea. In fact, the driver that pit 1 lap later than everybody else was the 46.
He hit the wall, but it made me think I hit him.
Here in the 13th place position. Might have gained or lost a couple of spots, mitigated his positions.
Yeah, you don't want to follow him.
That right rear sticks out a lot for some reason.
A awful point scoring position as well.
Yes, it does.
That is very interesting. From the speed of
The lead did a 39.391.
Good exit.
How gentle he is. Listen to what he does and not what the field is doing in 3 and 4. Very interesting that now he doesn't downshift.
I'm not sure I'm doing that turn right.
That gained him a 1/10 of a second advantage. Last time by the start finish, I used
Kind of watching the leader. He's not getting down to the white line anymore. I don't know if it's
1-2 seconds.
except for on exit. I don't know if that's by design or what, but he's gained a 10th or more the last 2 laps.
Starting to close the gap between himself and McCann. About 0.05 seconds faster was the 15.
Yeah, I
There
think
you go. You pretty much just mirrored his line going through that set of turns.
Available.
I think I'm burning my right front.
Fellas, let's see what the fastest lap was, what the previous lap was, especially for Chris Chavez. 39.57 as the 1,000th rounds out a little bit. Chris Chavez is closing the gap for second place. It's only, quote unquote, only 1 point. But that 1 point especially matters. We're not going to be
We're on lap 16 of 40 though.
1 point over somebody else in the stage, which could double to a
Yeah.
second extra point. A net 2 points, I should say, at the end of the race. Because first place gets 40 points, second place gets 35.
I'm going to catch him a little bit here.
1 point for every position lower than that. So hypothetically, Chris Chavez could get a 2-point advantage over Brian McCann, at least in this race. In the point standings, it might be something entirely different. That's something we would bring up if it would be a little bit cooperative, but there's a couple of things that have to be worked out in the meantime. As Jonathan Burke has, looks like he's towed to pit road, I believe. But he's not towed to pit road, he's just now joined. wonder if he also happened to have connection issues.
Oh my.
He was 31 laps down. That might be a yes. It's either connection issues or he was late, in fact. There he is. He did not set a qualifying time, interestingly enough. Fellas, he is in the running, and of course, you'd probably be wondering, well, why would Jonathan Burke continue to run if he is in 18th place, 32 laps down now? Well, that one extra point matters. If you don't show up, you don't get any points. So might as well arrive, get that 1 or 2 extra points while you can from any occasional DNFs, and take advantage of that. The stage ends in 2 laps. It will end at the completion of lap 35. Cameron Sarton leads the way for the time being. Ryan McCann's got himself a little bit separated from the 15 of Chris Chavez. A little bit further back, Tony Brent is about 0.4 of a second ahead.
Overdrove the crap out of that one. I wasn't paying attention.
Good?
No.
Start.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be able to hold on a second here, I believe.
See how things
It
fare.
ain't gonna help me at first, no.
Okay.
The final lap.
Should be the last lap here.
Jonathan Burke has just got himself on the track. He does have 20 lap fresher tires than everybody else. See how things fare for Burt throughout this race. This is the last lap in the stage. Cameron Sarton, ever since passing Brian McCann on pit road in pit stops, a 14.4 second pit stop versus McCann's 14.9 second pit stop, it has proved successful for Cameron Sarton. He wins the stage, 10 extra points going to that number 1 machine. Brian McCann finishes 2nd in the stage.
Should be it, right?
3rd, Michael Thorpe Jr. 4th. 5th, Zachary Lovelace. 6th, Travis
Yeah,
Norman.
the end of the lap.
7th, Tony Brent. 8th,
But I don't think,
Oh,
I
no
don't think they
caution.
throw out the caution, do they?
Oh, okay.
Hunter Karsten just behind in 9th, and then 10th.
I thought they would. Never mind.
Chavez. So that is your stage.
So we still got 20 laps to go.
And I'll be updated appropriately in the
Yeah.
point standings here as the race continues on.
I don't think I'm driving this right at all.
I'm so sorry.
Time, let's
All right,
ride
man,
on
caution
board
is out.
somebody.
Caution
Oh, there
out.
is a caution,
Line up,
okay.
single file.
Oh,
Your road
well,
closed.
never mind,
Pass
as
car,
the 80
pass
of Victor
car,
Pfluger
pass
is
one
hard
car.
into the
I'm glad I get another chance at him, though.
Hey, how about timing, huh?
B-day done for
Yeah.
number 80. I think he's just waiting to see if we can get it refired.
I gotta figure out what that tire looks like.
Oh, man. Well,
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to help it that
that
much.
thing is very broken.
Definitely going to want to be on his bumper when he goes in, though.
Find out the hard way here.
That hit my pit stall this time.
Caution is out. Take a look and see what happened to Victor Pfluger here. Going into turns 3 and 4, did he lose it on his own? So going into turns 3 and 4, oh no, did he get contact from this thing? Well, it sure looks that way, that's for sure.
Yeah, that probably makes it sets it up to be a little
On board the 13.
straighter exit. That's where you're killing us right now.
Oh, just an earlier braking than expected. Man, that's a hit and a half.
But I'm glad it happened here because now I don't. Ooh, we might be able to make it to the end. That'd be a nasty tire run, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't hear any contact, so maybe there was.
Pit box in 10,
I don't know. It's definitely just one of those racing deals, that is for sure.
5,
Wasn't a bad effort for a guy with a broken
Two.
finger this week.
1.
See
Or is that like
everybody
a-
and their mother and father and probably their dog in
little bit better.
pit stops. Oh, and that is an overshoot for Cameron Starts, and we
Oh, he overshot.
that too. Remember what I said about that
Slightly.
4-second
That's it,
gap
Ready. Come. Don't speed.
or time.
There you go.
Line up
Bucks,
single
well,
file.
for
Yeah, he's gonna
Now.
lose. Ooh, boy, a whole bunch of
a
spots.
lot longer than that, especially in pit road. He is still sitting.
Now I get
Pit
to
box number
have a shot at it.
23.4.
Still, that was 84, 88.
Just like that. Sargent is 12th. So Brian McCann leads
That's
now
not bad.
here at
Damn, he moved all the way back to 12.
Chavez Ezri second. Third place is Michael Thorpe Jr. fourth.
Yeah,
That's
he
gonna
lost
be-
a ton of spots.
There's a Tony.
That's going to be tough to work your way back up.
It is.
Well, we have a chance to take this opportunity to take a quick break. So stay tuned. So we'll be back here momentarily on the Racing Line Network.
At 25.88 stop, 10 seconds after you. You gotta hit that pit board a little bit better, sir. Everybody's in the 14s except for you.
See? And what you hear is what you feel. Butt kicker. The future is feeling.
I'm getting all my bad luck now, so I get all the good luck on the next one.
Okay. I can roll with that. The guy that's going to start to your outside was with you guys for about the first 10 to 15 laps, and then he started to fall off.
Our squad, but they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are.
10-4.
We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest
15th.
NASCAR programs.
Cameron went all the way back to
You can access
15th.
it all for
Last place.
And we just
Oh, he went back in and got
Yeah.
fuel. He's doing the whole
That's
run.
a big drop.
That's what's going on. He's got a lot more fuel than we do.
And our IndyCar program is taking off.
I think it's going to be close.
The weird
Yeah,
He
we
might
might be able to make it though.
He might have fuel and we don't.
not included in some locations.
Surely not off of one.
Let's see.
This is going to be
Love
42.
to see what it is under green flag conditions.
Yeah, I think you can make it 55 or better.
Well, sorry, Bumper, we're not going to have you today. Welcome
So it's
back
going to be
to
close.
Mobility Resort Motegi, where we do have, luckily,
That's why I was kind of clutching a little bit there.
for you as we are on one lap to green.
Oh, for sure. I'd rather be first and
Should be the update.
sit here doing what I'm doing than last.
But potentially that might not be the case. What your fleet?
Yeah, I get you.
Ninth place. Well, we'll see if that's
That's a gamble.
In the meantime,
Get rid of the spotter.
regardless, though, is still
Game's rigged.
one lap to green here at Mo.
All right, sir. You are the control car. Loud pedals on you.
Currently over and done with. So now, all I have to do is set our sights for the race going to the end.
Nice late start.
And side by side for second between Chris Charles Esri and Michael Thorpe Jr. as they go side by side down in.
Oh, it's just got all the grip on the start. You just can't keep it balanced right there where it needs to be.
And immediately Brian McCann already has a 6
Feeling a little bit like Superman about now. Hold on to it, sir.
into turns 3 and 4, the 34 and 15.
Just a little drift.
The 34 Thorpe is sliding.
Mm-hmm.
Turn number 3.
Just don't piss them off.
Turn
There's Michael Thorpe. He is in here.
And somehow he not only manages to hang on to the car, but he hangs
I didn't see him earlier.
second. quite unbelievable car control, if you ask me. If we had one of those fancy slow motion shots, which knowing that for next week, we can definitely show that again. But Thorpe not only has the car in control, but starting to set his sights on the 8th machine.
Overdrove that one. So did he. Oh my goodness.
8th place position, give or take 1 or 2 positions, are
Dave there,
Ryan
Thorpe.
Lynch and Heatherly Telema.
I hate this place.
Lynch in the 3. Get passed by the 88 machine.
It is a tough track,
Split his way up into the top 10.
but it's very
It is.
interesting.
Clear behind. I saw William Duff hard
It's got that big turn,
Absolutely
little
a
turn.
driver's track.
on the same set of tires as everybody else. Going to make his way around the outside of
Two wildly, completely different
Not
turns.
necessarily able to do so. Heberly was loose off the corner. I saw the 88 machine way down on the inside, which could only mean one thing, and that car is loose. Same with everybody, actually. Ryan Lynch also pushing the car into turn number 3. Everyone sees those spots, sees that they're available, and they're going for it.
Good one there. I suppose it's got 2 straightaways too as well. A
Now,
couple of inside and outside walls.
between the 27 and the 3, which will be 1 out by Johnson in the 27. He makes his way up to 13.
I'm up here sitting up here talking and they're catching me. I ain't even looking at them.
If he really burnt up those tires on that slide just a couple of laps ago, and in fact, Johnson has set his sights on.
Really trying not to destroy the right front. Is this saying I can make it on fuel?
12th place.
Yeah.
Johnson seems well at home. That inside lane. I mean, pretty much everybody else is well at home on the inside lane, let's be honest, but doesn't discount the fact that he is moving his way up through the field. Victor Fluger, by the way, has,
Yeah.
as we go into a break, Victor Fluger has decided to call it a day and take the car behind the virtual wall and pull it into the virtual hauler and move on to Dover. Going to be the first one to effectively get an early flight. See Travis Guard get passed by the 34 of Lovelace. And Travis Guard, even from this angle, could just see the car kick out on corner exit. Sliding those Goodyear tires.
That was a whole lot better on that one.
About that lane or so higher, the highest lane that everybody's ran today for the most part.
Get him, Sarton.
Hear how gentle the 28 of Tony Brent is. Being very careful with the throttle. In fact, I know exactly why our time points have been updated. There's an update button. Whoops. That almost works. Actually, you know, that kind of works.
All right, bud, halfway.
Now, Tony Brent did not have 82 points before this race, but that is a good sign that the points have been updated. So we will show those when we are able to. Unfortunately, the current
Okay, so that does help.
right now. We'll see if we can get those adjusted for next week as well.
Danica won here?
Scuffed his tires beyond belief, apparently. He's falling back. He's just not having the best day right now, but again, every single point in this case
I didn't know that.
is way better than not being able to show up and have 0 points.
Oh, IndyCar.
On the paint scheme design as well for the 3 of
Yeah, this be a
that blue.
pretty fun IndyCar track too.
Very good attention to detail. Speaking of attention to detail, Thorpe is going to be paying close attention to the back bumper of that 15 of Chris Chavez S3 here as we make our way off turn number 4, turn number 2, correction. Chavez kind of breaking the slipstream a little bit, braking early. Downshifting we hear is Michael Thorpe. It's right in car.
Bit of shifting going on behind you.
Say it ain't so.
Yeah.
Are they catching me?
Maybe that's why my brain kind of associates this track a little bit with Gateway.
Mike Thorpe is.
Downshift in turns three.
He's a fast one too.
Wow.
He's been fastest for the last 5 laps.
Yeah, there might have been a couple laps ago, but
Look
regardless,
out for that guy.
the race regardless. It's only one thing, maybe 1 or 2 more pit stops on tap for these drivers tonight, depending on how things get sorted out.
Oh yeah.
Right on those rear taillights. The Chris Chavez.
Really gets it off that right front.
All of this Brad McCann still setting the pace 1/10 of a second faster than Chris Chavez, who is a 10th of a second faster than Michael Thorpe, who is a 10th of a second faster than Travis Dart.
Warp speed engage.
It's faster than Brent. It's a little bit of a mini pattern going.
He's only doing it at the end of the track you're in right now.
Slowly through the field.
Staying in full gear. Through 1 and 2.
Take and Travis or Jonathan Burke will be up in 16th place. Lead of technicality. The gap for second place is the closest battle.
Did not work that
That's
time.
out of technicality
Did not.
because we have William.
Oh,
Not
he
do
just
good on that.
plugged the wall.
Yeah, that for some reason the tire just gave out on that lap.
Get back in line. Follow Duff off the corner. Follow Heberly off the corner. Side by side, the 88 and 17 will go. No, that was not the first time that we've seen these two side by side, and it won't be the last. This is anything to go by as Duff
All right, sir, you got a second gap back. That's right now.
for the crossover, but man, what defensive driving by the 17. Just stuck it right on the apron. Not even on the apron, just stuck it right on the low line, parked it on the apex. And
That's how you do it.
simply denied any opportunity of
Yeah, it was up on
what race.
it was up on the point that time.
In fact, I believe William Duff is he's running about a lane and a half higher than some of these other drivers. We'll take a look from the blimp here. Just a little bit.
No, if I can just replicate that.
But as you see, just behind Brian Johnson, getting by Heberly Telemac as well. Johnson not giving Heberly the opportunity to be
No, it never came up.
Heberly.
I had to use the right front on that one.
Try for another time. In fact, might try here. Here how low the revs are as well. Look at Travis Starr. He's not definitely not the first or last person to run that high.
Oh, we can no longer make it on fuel. What happened?
Fare too well for Travis Dart. Here comes Cameron Sarton after overshooting his pit box in the last pit stop under yellow, which luckily it was under yellow for Sarton. Made his way up through the field. In fact, he spent one extra time.
You're
Caution
about
that we had.
half a lap to the good right now.
But Sarton charged his way through the field back up to 5th place.
Emma?
I believe Brad McCann may have a little bit of a challenge on his hands. At least
Yeah. You're on lap 57, coming to 58, and you got 42. Well, now 42.1. No, you're better than that. No, you're over 10 is a good. What am I saying?
Around these four.
Really?
Two. Around 4.
Yeah, I'm sitting over here worried about everything else.
Technically 3rd through 7th. That's the location.
Because it has the dash on the finish. Just throwing me off.
Travis Starr and Tony Brent
Yeah,
trying to run
yeah.
a higher lane, trying to see if that's going to help them out.
But I'll focus on driving here.
For Brandon Sarton opening the door as well on the inside lane. Then has more Travis Gard just letting Cameron Sargent.
It
Let me
really
do
does
some.
not
Let me
want to
work
tip
on
over
some
there.
numbers here.
Also, wouldn't want to be in between Cameron Sargent and the inside lane. That is for sure. Got checking the bag a little bit. Tony Brent, Zachary Lovelace, 6th and 7th.
Oh, I'm pulling away from everybody. Maybe not Cameron. Me and Cameron are running about even.
Yeah, you are.
Inside goes Lovelace. Basic corner didn't look too well. That'll try here off turn.
Okay, that was a much nicer turn there.
Yeah, you're about one lap to the good.
That makes the throttle push helped greatly for
I just got to keep my tire temps down.
And Tony Brent just says, all right, you can have it.
It's got grip as long as I don't overheat it.
On corner entry. Smart move by Tony Brent. Still quite a few laps to go. 40 specifically as Lovelace has ceased existence, specifically in turns 3 and 4.
It really likes this one line up right here.
It's certainly a strategy to confuse your opponent.
Yeah, that's the line that they were running before. You're about one full groove off the bottom going in, and about halfway through the corner, and then down on the white line.
Go. Brian McCann leads by 2.6 seconds. Nope, that's just a 2.0 seconds over Chris Chavez Essery, who leads over Michael Thorpe, who leads over Cameron Sargent. However, Sargent is going to say otherwise, especially with that slide off turn number 4 for Michael Thorpe Jr. He is.
Thorpe plugged the wall about 5 or 6 laps ago, and he's really falling off now.
But we've also.
Oh, it didn't tip over that time.
We could probably start.
I must have been too much on the right front.
Maybe green flag pit stops.
No need to push, Brian. You can bide your time a little bit. You got almost 3 seconds over Essery. So if you even want to try saving a little bit, you can. But if caution comes out, everybody's going to come down.
Nah, we're in the zone.
Move the number 1 back up into the podium positions, and again the 34 slide.
Fair enough.
Railroad tracks right now. As long as I can calm the right front down a hair, I can get it. Then I hit the apron.
Do everything you can.
See, I got it right there. It finally tipped over.
Stay ahead of Cameron Sargent, or at least within range of battling. Let's check in on William Duff around the top 10 position. So making his way off turn number 2. That is Larry Griffin, who has had a relatively quiet day, not in a bad way. That we should.
Sargent made it up to 3rd, and then he fell off.
This
You've been fastest 3 of the last 5 laps.
actually very unfortunate. Well, regardless, Larry Griffin is going to be defending against the 17 of William Duff. A quiet day for Larry Griffin doesn't mean necessarily a bad day. He's still within the top 10, and I would say that's a win any day of the week, especially with the total 10 seconds that he has between himself and the leader of Brian McCann. Even then, only, quote unquote, 8 seconds between himself and Chris Chavez in second. In one of those race to track and not the cars type of races, as I would like to think of this kind of race as. William Duff, however, has...
Your last lap was an 89. Sargent's last lap was a 96. Second place was a 40.29.
Track. However, I could get 1 extra point. No doubt, very, very, very possible.
Welcome to a 4-second lead, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
From off turn number 2, riding on board, braking early. And Griffin...
Little wall touch.
Slows it way down. Is going to try for the crossover. We saw it...
You're good?
Saw an attempt at a crossover before, but no, Griffin decides against it.
Big tip over there.
Twitching off turn number 4 there.
It just kept going.
Seems to be a problem spot for not only the 34, but the 27. To be the next closest battle on track between 2nd and 3rd, Chris Chavez and Cameron Sargent. Sarton.
You're still fastest. You can back it down a little bit if you want to, as long as it doesn't mess you up.
A few hundredths.
The apex is later than you think.
Than Chris Chavez. He was not faster than.
That's why we're so hot right here. Well, kind of like diamond it.
Nope, still slow.
No, I guess this is more getting a straight shot off is what's
That's
important.
exactly what Sarton's doing, diamonding it out.
Stone for the time being. Let's go back to the battle for fourth place, where Thorpe has fallen into the clutches of Travis Starr, where 0.4 of a second difference. The advantage going to Travis Starr, a 40.538 for Michael Phillip Jr. versus a 40.154 for Travis Starr last time by at the start-finish line. To make their way off turn 4, past the start-finish line, past the main grandstands.
All right, Sarton's made it up to the 15. He's going to have to try to figure out somewhere to go. You're probably going to be able to pull away here by just a little bit, depending on how long they battle.
10-4. Ooh, I'm going to have to change my brake pads. I lost the rear a little bit on that one.
Let's get off turn 4, kind of pulling to the left a little bit, but not sure if that's an intentional decision, as I see just
It has changed.
got loose on corner entry into turn number 3, and I think Travis Starr might have as well, so definitely two battles happening here at the same time. Which driver is going
15, let him go.
these respective battles? It's going to be Cameron Sarton striking first for second place.
No, entry was the bad part on that one. I didn't shift because I was unknown
A chance to retaliate from the same
handling characteristics there.
trying to take away the inside line here into turns 3 and 4, but now
Gotcha.
he is too far back to do so, I feel like. Looking back in with Thorpe and Dart.
Made a brake bias adjustment that time. Helped out.
We're doing as of yet. Thorpe still twitchy off turn 4. 30 laps to go at the start finish line. Jonathan Burt has made his way up to 16th. Despite not even qualifying for this race, technically, potentially having connection issues, he is having a wonderful, wonderful recovery as Henry gets passed by teammate.
That was a much better entry.
Teammate, I think, yeah. Teammate Jared Clark. I was looking at the hood logo.
And you gained a bit on Sarton, too.
Hence my confusion.
Almost 2.5 tenths.
A three-car battle here. I was about to say top 3 battle. A 3-car battle here between the 27, the 77, and the 3.
I'm still cutting it in too early there.
Brian Johnson, Larry Griffin, and
That was close. It wants to be a little bit later.
You're killing them on exit, though.
Nelson sitting firmly in the top 10 for now, although last time by the line, actually, he was quite a ways faster. Griffin's tires may be starting to give up just ever so slightly. We'll check back in.
Yeah, I think his tires are done having to fight his way up.
Way up top on the outside right.
Unless he's short, which I can't see. I don't think so, no, because he went back down and topped off.
Preferred lane.
I turned way down.
Five,
Too early.
6 tenths of a, well, actually, no, 5 tenths of a
I'm
second.
going to lose a little bit of time on that one, probably.
Thorpe and Travis Starr. I think Travis at this point is just trying to save his tires.
Yeah, a little bit.
March down in turn
You're good, though.
on the lane. That's probably what he wanted to do in 3 and 4, but the track had just decided, well, no. Going back for the top 10. Larry Griffin running away. I thought the same line Travis was running. I think Larry Griffin just tried to stay out of the way. And do what he can, at least keep the car under control. So Ryan Lynch will try and have a chance at going after Ryan Johnson.
Much better.
He's running these corners almost like a Dover,
Would for
where you enter in on the white line, let it wash up a little bit, and then get back down again on the white line coming off.
by Chris Chavez Ezra. You can see the gap to the leader. We'll change that to the interval for the
Like what you said earlier about diamonding.
Chavez has absolutely, he was just gone.
He did catch me by a tenth that time, but I think that was my slow lap that I called.
So you have 6 laps to go at the start-finish line. Oh, and the downshift for Ryan Lynch may not have gone well. Same with the very low.
He caught you by a tenth that time, but the 2 laps before that, you pulled him by 4.5.
See how things fare right now. To make your way into turns 3 and 4. Turns 1 and 2. I don't know how confusing that is. It's a little bit embarrassing. The attempted pass again by Ryan Lynch on the inside lane. Sticking those left side tires right on the white line, and that corner exit is going to get him 10th place at the start-finish line with 25 laps to go.
25 to go.
Stay by. No, he will not. He just, look at that. I love that. This is why I love the blimp camera angle, because we saw the twitch that the 3 had gotten. He put the left side tires below onto the apron, slowed up a little bit, but he had such a better corner exit compared to Brian Johnson that you could see Lynch physically pull away. You can also see Lynch physically...
Don't hit the apron. I hit the apron.
He's off of the car practically. You can see the difference there on corner exit. That is...
You're okay.
It's something you don't see from tracks.
My voice just gets really high when I get excited.
So the top-down angles are usually the some distances. And it showcases a little bit, just that little bit of extra information that even onboards can't necessarily.
Looks like we're just about even right now. I don't think he's called or lost any.
24 laps to go. And it's starting to go across.
You are
again just
little more than a half a lap to the good, Brian.
Once he gets into the lead, he is just gone. And by the way, this is a fix-up series. So whatever McCann has been doing in his spare time, which is probably just a lot of racing, let's be honest, is working relatively well.
I forgot to downshift.
Doesn't matter in the league sense. His I rating is currently 5,001.
Did forget that time.
One is
That's okay, saved you a little bit of fuel.
I guess.
Oh, that is a difference. I didn't even think about that.
And
but
you
earlier
didn't
when
really lose. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you get the high revs of third gear. Absolutely.
The last
yeah.
Or add that safety rating.
He's still no.
It'll be
we're about even on time.
Just to stay competitive like this is absolutely impressive.
Yeah, you're still about 4.5 back.
Well, part of me wants to go to a side-by-side break, but I feel like the moment we do, we'll be going to pit stops, and in fact, nope, that's just slowing down. Okay, slowing down for the corner, not slowing down for pit road. Only 1 lap to go. We'll see what happens here at the start-finish line in the next couple laps. Brian McCann is just setting the field alight. William Duff, actually,
wow, so much better.
That is the first driver to blink in terms of pit stops. 88 machine will go to the end with these effectively 21 lap old tires by the end of the race. So fresh tires for the 88 machine. Those two will be 88 will be a
nice exit, very very nice.
Times. Another car to keep an eye on is William Duff and Philip Chavez in the 101 and the 17. First that at least. This is for 8th place in the standings.
$20 to go.
The live championship is working. Technically, yes, or not really. It is almost there. It's almost in working condition. You can kind of pick out who is where. 110 points for Tony Brent, currently where he sits. Try to start at 97, tied with Michael Phillips Jr. Which, by the way, they are 4th and 5th, respectively. Those stage points doing a lot of work in both their favors. 1 point extra will be going to William Duff if he can get by the 101 of Philip Chavez. And by the way, last time by the start-finish line for Heavily Telemac, a 38.669 versus Brian McCann's 40.090. That is the difference of timing, about a second and a half between the current set of tires that everybody is on versus a fresh set of tires. That Temperley's actually gone a lap down. That has been listed as a lap down, so I wonder if it was 43 seconds going through pit road, including the pit stop, sitting directly behind teammate Jared Claude. Saying, all right, this is what we can do together. And while the time between these two, 38.869 versus a 41.410 for Jared. But this is not full position as Temperley is 1 lap down. Does Jared decide to go to pit road next? He does not. $18 laps to go, coming to 17 laps to go here at the start-finish line. Going to blink to come to pit road first, if at all, is going to be the main question. So we're going to try and stretch out their tires once again. Philip Chavez under fire from Ryan Lynch. That's being for 9th place. William Duff just a little bit up ahead there in 17. He was going sort of. Ryan Lynch sending it to the inside, arcing it down. Beautiful job. See how he has a line off the corner. Relatively stable. Same standard exit. Or standard corner exit of everybody else. And Philip Chavez, well off the pace, actually, off corner number 2. Ran the top side. Decided to effectively let Ryan Lynch go through. There is Brian Johnson in the 11th place position to get that ever so elusive 10th place. Wow, that was a slide from William Duff, and again sliding. He backs out by a lot on corner.
Coming to 15 to go. If there's a point for the fastest lap, that would belong to you tonight too as well.
But, well, we physically saw him go, no, absolutely not, which is a very wise call because those tires were already boiling basically off of turn 4. Once you slide those tires, it takes a bit for those to cool down, and once you overheat them, it is game over. Battle for 10th place, heating up between Johnson and Chavez. It's a collection of 3, if not 4 cars. 8th through 11th. On board Brian Johnson for a couple laps or so. Well, putting that plane aside.
All right, he's giving you the bottom.
Very different idea.
Thank you, Mr. 46.
Responsible. It's Philip Chavez on corner exit, making sure that there is still racing.
Jared Claude.
Look at that. Philip Chavez just taking the air off the nose effectively of Brian Johnson. But look at that midway corner between both of those drivers. Both of them have that same second touch to the inside white line. As if there's a yellow line on the grass. It probably is, actually. But that white line there, this would be the apron, of course. Look at the difference. Look at the slide from the 27 from up above. One thing he's not doing is following that 101 off of the corner.
Cam just tagged the outside wall with the right side, like the back side and then the front.
That's other idea.
So he's falling back a little bit. Welcome to a 5-second lead.
That's going to tear up something.
Speed difference. That is, again, something you do not see. Is he going to try
Never.
Side? He does not. Kind of stuck behind Philip Chavez here. Your driver's being stuck behind
It's
something.
like Derek in go-karts.
Lovelace might not be stuck behind for too long.
Big with you, Derek.
Started did not really have the best last lap necessarily, I think. At least a couple laps to go. Through all the
Stop shifting.
I was getting lined up with red warning, hey.
Oh, we low on fuel. All right.
As for 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th.
Yeah, there was a few laps I was clutching it here, and that helped out a lot.
No, you got a little over a lap.
Race Tony Brent.
You're a little over a lap, so good.
Outside wall off turn 2. Not too hard of a hit, just scrapes the outside wall, but only very much up one position.
You just lapped this guy.
Slides through turns 3 and 4.
Never mind. I went back and was looking at starting.
Tony Brent will lose another position, potentially, to William Duff. And
All right, he just got by the 46.
just
4.9 ahead.
Brian Johnson getting by Philip Chavez. Pass is pretty much complete in the background now. As William Duff goes by Tony Brent. They're all of this
10 to go.
still leads here at Mobility Resort Motegi. 10 laps to go here at the start-finish line.
The tires are so worn out right now. I'm afraid to go in 4th out of 4.
Be Hunter Karsten.
I believe it'll spin.
Karsten. Which I was about to say, luckily for Karsten, he's got a 23-second gap between himself and Headley, but no, Jared Claude is 1 lap down.
He wants to try to spin right at that shift point, and that shift point.
Look at you in the green all the way
throttles.
down the back in the front stretch, though.
Claude, and 23 seconds between Jared Claude and Headley Telemac. 9 laps to go at the start-finish line. Karsten will give way for
Clear 13.
Can.
We got plenty of fuel now. It's showing 10 laps.
So into this race, one thing I forgot to mention as well is we have Andrew Medlin win race 1.
Yeah, you're good. You're good by a lap.
I
Sorry.
was gonna say,
I got
there
a
we
lead.
have a winner who
Uh-oh, somebody's wrecking.
see,
There's a bumper on the track.
that would be in very
So, nope.
circumstances.
No
Where they
yellow.
at?
Yep, I saw it.
And Chris Chavez,
Somebody lost a bumper.
they are primed for that opportunity.
Oh, that'll set up a finish, won't it?
Yeah.
We get priming
Something tells me it's going to be the pack of 3 that's just ahead of this lone car in front of you.
passed by the 27.
Take a
but
look, take a look.
Caught that pretty much right as
Yeah,
Brian
it's right
Johnson
there.
was already well by Tony Brent. I think the tire fall off for Brent has
7 to go next time.
started.
Yeah, things can change as Cameron gets the lead again.
Second difference
Oh no.
between Johnson and Brent. So Brent may have used up a little bit more of his tires, or a lot more of his tires. That 1 second.
Don't speak that into existence.
1.2, 1.3. making
Ooh, see, it wanted to spin out in 3rd that time.
place. Philip Chavez trying to defend off Larry Griffin.
I really don't want to.
It's 1 and 2. Griffin tries to go to the inside. Chavez moves just that little bit quicker. When is he
Yeah,
missing?
it'd be a race then.
I remember that. Chavez well on the apron. That's not going to fare too well for your tire grip, that's for sure. Banking difference between 11th or between 1 and 2 is not the most forgiving. It's flat, but it's still flat enough to say, hey,
He's going high, giving it the clean air.
not enough to use it like we can at Auto Club. Even then, it is a challenge to stay down there on the inside lane.
That was Jonathan Burt in the 6.
The inside apron, actually, over at Auto Club. And, oh, by the way, there's the leader, Ryan McCann. Second place, there's Cameron Sarton. And then 3rd place there is Chris Travis Essery getting past the lap car of the 46, I believe that is. Yes, Jared Claude. Then another 5 seconds back is Michael Thorpe Jr. And then 2.5 seconds back is Travis Starr, who has Zachary Lovelace lurking in the mirrors by about 7/10 of a second.
Little,
2/10 of a second faster
much.
is Zachary Lovelace. 6 laps to go at the start-finish line. William Duff
right rear's starting to give out. Oh no.
closing in
Could I get a meatball here?
about 0.6 of a second.
He's fighting it too. He's also now over 5 seconds back, and he didn't just gain a whole bunch of time on you for that little bit of a slide.
Does
So you're doing all right.
go back to back.
Spotter's cut off, so I don't know if it has he called out. You need tires soon.
Well aware of,
I'm a
but
little worried.
that doesn't mean we wouldn't have multiple drivers going back to back in the next portion of this season.
That right rear is not happy.
No.
It's fair in the meantime. Ken goes through.
I'll turn him on just in case, though.
Chavez 1 lap down.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
Maybe I just overheated.
5 laps, 4 to go.
You look at the potential battle between
Yeah, it felt better in 3 and 4 that time.
Zachary Lovelace. We hear Lovelace downshifting too, even from the external camera.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It held grip there.
That was a.
It ain't nothing like a tire going down. Oh no!
We just lost people.
Watch these guys. Holy cow.
You got one outside.
That was the 2/10 of a second.
That was an attempt at pit.
All off the pace. Is he going to come down pit road? He might have a tire down, actually. Tony Brent has blinked and he's decided, all right, I'm done with these tires. And same with Philip Chagas. He also
Nice. 77's giving you the bottom.
on the same lap.
Stay low.
You are
You're
clear up.
high, clear high.
3 laps to go. The tires have not lasted for these drivers. Will it last for the rest of the field? It's going to be the question.
Sarton's 4.7 back.
I'd say it's 2.5 laps time, really. Their quad moves up to 12th place.
You're going to have less than a lap. Or, hold on. All right, there you go.
It will be 2.
You're only going to have a little bit of fuel left to mess around with the burnout.
Double hockey sticks.
Good
White
call
flag
and
next
save.
time.
Very solid race by Brian McCann once again, and you know about it seems to have
Hey, Kyle.
out Chavez and Brent for 15th respectively.
Tight most of the time. I just got my right rear a little hot.
14, like I said, Chavez and Brent. Apparently, names are confusing all of a sudden, but one thing that is not confusing is not only the white flag that's about to be displayed, but the run that Brian McCann has went on for
No caution from here.
We have about 2 laps of
not the
fuel
first
left.
race in a row, that is for sure. White flag out for
And you're back over 5 seconds ahead, sir.
the number 8 machine. I think he's coasting. Could be wrong, but in turns 1 and 2, it was oddly silent there for Brian McCann. Robert's making sure he gets to the end, which I don't really blame him too much. So across the final 2 corners, and it's just been a very low rev. He's just not even downshift.
Good to stop here and start
And
doing
you
the
will
burnout.
win in Japan.
Rounds the corner.
Whee!
A dominant run by Brian McCann. He wins at Mobility Resort Motegi.
You won.
Second place, Cameron Sarton. And a 3-wide finish.
Good job.
Couple positions. Third place, Chris Chavez Essery. Michael Thorpe Jr.
Thank you. Good race.
It's not over until it's over.
Wow,
And
that's
still
over.
sliding off turn 4. He finishes in 4th place.
Good racing, everybody. That was fun.
5th place, Travis Starks.
My
Zachary
right front
Lovelace,
is
6th.
gone.
7th place, Brian Lynch. 8th place, William
Yeah,
Dick.
Kyle, I'll probably let you in.
And 9th place, Brian Johnson.
That was fun.
10th place,
Good one,
Larry
Brian.
Griffin. He is 1 lap down. And there is the race winner, Brian McCann.
I have
Sir,
to send
light
you
him
the
up.
Discord.
You've earned it.
Once again, second week in a row.
The race is over.
Rightfully so. You will burn it down here on the front straightaway.
Hey, buddy, man.
Half a lap of gas.
The water temp is
3.
getting high.
I got a
2.
little burnout in.
Very
There you go,
rightfully
sir.
long burnout for that number
Good job.
8 machine. Fantastic job by Brian.
Oh, the tire wasn't anywhere close.
And we just let the moment sink in.
I must have
And
just got him hot that
at
one.
the finishing results point standings will be updated momentarily. Apparently, Tony Brent had some wheel damage, is what happened. Quote, I had
I don't
wheel
remember
damage.
if they
and did
do
not
a,
burn that well. So that's what happened to Tony
break
Brent.
or
So
not.
not necessarily tire
they do a
wear, but wheel damage
interview.
as well. Probably had one too many run-ins, quite literally, with the outside wall. But
I think they do.
regardless, still a race finished by Tony Brent, so that does help him quite.
Yeah, Cal, I'll send it to you.
I think last time you won, you were questioning that, and they ended up pulling you.
Now, Brian McCann, once again with another dominant run. He finishes in first. Cameron Sarton had a very good
repeat.
early run. He will
Another
finish
good one.
second. Was not able to challenge Brian McCann just
Yes, sir.
potentially next week. We'll see.
They're probably glad you didn't run Daytona.
Rounds out the third place position, the podium spots. We'll get an interview with those 3 momentarily. Michael Thorpe Jr. finishes in 4th place. 5th place, Travis Dart. 6th place, Zachary Lovelace. 7th place, Ryan Lynch.
Right now.
8th place was William Duff. 9th place, Brian Johnson. And 10th place was Larry Griffin. And the rest of the field, Hunter Karsten finished in 11th. 12th place, Jared Klog.
Well, I have you on
13th
Discord.
place is Heberly Telemac.
You had it was just the top 9 left on the lead lap. Everybody else was lap down or more.
14th and 15th, respectively, 2 laps down. Jonathan Burt, a late join, but
Nice pace.
finished nonetheless in 16th place, still 0 points.
Thank you.
Fluger had taken the car behind the wall early for damage with a little run-in with Hunter Karsten. Too much damage for him to continue.
Anything to look at?
Finishes in the 18th place position. Unfortunately,
There was that one restart
down.
that was.
Not that I can think of.
Here's your finishing results, but we are not done quite
Yeah, right
yet.
here.
We will be going
What do you think about? Use like switch lines or something?
post-race interviews.
No, where we went 3
In the
wide.
meantime, we'll be getting your point standings updated at the same time. So stand by.
Yeah, that was on a
We'll
restart.
get your interviews and points here in just a few moments.
All right, Brian. I will catch up with you tomorrow night, and I'll work on getting that car for you.
Thank you. Sounds good. And as always, thank you.
Yes, sir. Congrats again. Talk to you later.
Where? Trying to find the server. I cannot find their server. There it is.
He's got a pit. Oh, my dumbass.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Oh, Cameron sped.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's
Yeah, he
just who we
sped
are.
in the pits. That's why he went to the back.
We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible.
So let's go back and watch.
To the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just
He had a
released
23 and a 28
for
right front. I
$14.99
had
a
a,
month for each NASCAR
they're
vehicle.
calling it out over the
We
radio.
also just added a rallycross
I had a
program,
42.
and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
I think it was right here where Cameron got a penalty. Or was it? No, I think it was right here. He must have. Did he speed up right there?
Well, what a race that has been. More than that, but got to be a pretty solid race by everybody involved. So we are going to start
He hit 52 right there.
race interviews here momentarily. I'll be starting off
He
with
bumped off of 52 a little bit.
15 of Chris Chavez Ezery. Once we get that the driver of the 15 in here, but for the number 15 of Chris Chavez, started 5th, finished 3rd on paper. Not technically a awful race, and
It must have been when he hit 52.
podium out of that, I believe.
Man, it didn't take
I'm
much.
just going now through the
Yeah, it don't take much because we're right there on that
a few stage points on
50.9,
that, so
51 mark.
pretty good going into Dover, if you ask me.
Yeah, I'll definitely take it. Never raced there. I bought the track before.
Unless he
the
sped
race
out.
started, and especially coming off last week, I lost power
We ain't
before
even
the
looking at
stage
right,
break. So yeah, I'll take it.
We ain't looking at the right pit.
I can almost relate to that. I'd say almost because I lost internet just as the race was starting. So, but the absolute pain of
This one.
real
It's
life,
confirmed first.
basically. But I guess it's better than very expensive
this
mechanical
is-
failures because it's bad enough as it is. But even still, going into this race, you say you haven't bought Dover or Motegi?
He entered all right.
That was on my
Is that
first
50,
time driving,
51,
Including practice laps. Well,
a little bit of 52 there.
Just pivot to that then. What are your
Yeah, it keeps hitting 52. I don't think it likes that.
because the slight lead up, actually, I believe the only other time that NASCAR was in Japan was going to Suzuka. I don't believe they had a run at the oval, and
No, he didn't speed up at the end, so it must have been what he was doing
car.
earlier.
Yeah, it's honestly like a really big gateway. So I just kind of treated it like that.
It's pretty much the same thought that I had. It's a big gateway and small elements of Darlington in the sense because it has that tight 3 and 4, which I believe is what Gateway has. So maybe I'm just confusing both all of a sudden, but it's more egg-shaped than Gateway, I feel like. So it kind of works out in a sense.
Yeah, it's like almost flipped where 3 and 4 is 1 and 2.
Well, heading into...
Well, he got a speeding penalty there, too.
The concrete, the Monster Mile, effectively...
So he missed the pit stall and got a penalty.
There's some sort of a nickname for it that revolves
he
around
missed
concrete,
big time.
but it is, of course, the concrete surface. So the first race of next month as well. Your thoughts heading into next month's race at Dover?
White lines are not it. It's a much smaller box than that.
For the long run, because these league races have been a lot of green flag runs. So just tire saving and trying to keep up with Brian McCann, honestly. He's fast.
And once again, saying another barn burner of a race, effectively. But regardless, a top 3 finish for you, which on the surface, pretty good, pretty consistent. That's the one thing that you would need going into the playoffs in the latter half of the season. So before we go ahead and let you go celebrate your 3rd place finish, shout out who gets it done for you in that number 15.
Shout out to my brother. Shout out to Travis for putting on this league. Shout out for you for a great broadcast. And yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and let you go. Congratulations once again on your 3rd place finish.
Thank you.
And that is the 15 of Chris S7R3. Once again, a top 3 finish. I believe it won't be the first time he finished in the top 3. I should really have separate stats for this because, oh boy, I would need a lot of those. Someone who probably doesn't want to look at stats is Cameron Sarton because for, I believe, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, he got hit.
I believe for the 2nd week in a row, could have challenged Brian McCann. Had a really solid run after pit stops as well, but unfortunately, just the tires were too much at the end.
Yeah,
Took him out.
I passed a lot of cars in the last couple weeks, not on purpose. Internet went out last week, and then I got a speeding penalty, and then this week I got another speeding penalty. I was a little confused while I got it, and then just got tight in the middle of the pack there, and then tried to conserve my tires, and by the time I got around everyone, it was just too late. But I'll take it. At least I got a good finish this week.
That will explain the answer to my question of the 5.7 second stop that you had being the 3rd stop in your pit sequence. I'm thinking, I didn't think much of it, so I thought it was fuel or something, but penalty would make a lot of sense. But on the bright side, though, I believe, if I remember correctly as well, I think it was after Daytona where I was talking to Travis post-race, and he brought you up, and you had, I believe, like the most passes effectively after Daytona. So you're just on a passing spree all of a sudden.
I am. It was nice the first half of the race today. I didn't really pass but one car, and I was just kind of lollygagging up there, enjoying my time, and then another little bitty mistake on my part, I guess. Still not sure where I went over a lot, but hey, it is what it is.
And of course, it does hurt when it happens, but you still had of course, a really solid recovery. I think the help of if I remember correctly, the timing of the pit stop as well. In fact, I could just look at the lap history on this.
So he didn't have a lot of passes at first. He just kind of sat back and saved his tires and let the cars in front of him come to him. Smart.
For a caution.
They all started
in that pit stop. But regardless, though, a solid recovery and heading into Dover next week. So your thoughts on the concrete. I keep wanting to call it the concrete bowl for some reason. That is not what it's called, but there's I feel like there's a nickname for Dover with concrete involved, but regardless, I believe it's the self-washing, self-clearing racetrack is probably what I'm mixing it up with.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's one of my better tracks, so hopefully I can maintain a track position there, up there at the front the whole race, and be there at the end. So Brian's gonna be the guy to beat probably every week. So if I don't beat myself, I'll have a chance for sure.
Well, before we go ahead and let you go celebrate your second place finish, go ahead and shout out who gets it done for you in that number 1 machine.
Yeah, shout out to mom, dad, grandparents for watching. Been a while since I got interviewed. The wife, she just got home and found me interviewing, so hello to her. John couldn't be here tonight, so luckily we got a podium for Ghost Racing, and Travis, obviously, for putting this on every week, and yourself up in the booth. So appreciate you, and we'll see you next week, hopefully.
Hopefully without internet issues having very convenient timing right as we're about to start the broadcast. Hopefully that is the case. But thanks for your time, and we hope to talk to you again next week.
Yeah, see you, man.
And that is Cameron Sarton, the second place finisher. Pretty sure I got that right. 24 points for Heberly. Continue to get the points updated. Somebody who would probably love to see the points updated is race winner Brian McCann. Once again, another dominant run in the number 8. And in fact, while I have this up on my screen, let's see if I can find it. I was about to say, for 2 weeks in a row, you had 50 points. You had 49 points this race, unless I miscounted. But provisionally, still a very good run. So in the last 2 weeks, you have earned 99 points after missing Daytona too. So it's just been a great 2 weeks for you.
Yeah, I hate to miss this Daytona, but 2 wins back to back. Yeah, we'll take it. Love this track. At first, I struggled with it. Cameron, he came out strong and got me on the pit road there. And in that dirty air, I think that was an important factor tonight. That lead car had a huge advantage. So I hate it for him. I think something happened to him in the pits, but shuffled him back and gave me back the lead, and smooth sailing from there.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's something I kind of noticed, is that the dirty air seemed to be a little bit more prevalent. I almost said prevalent for some reason. It has been a day, apparently, but a little bit more prominent is probably a better word. So clean air is king, to quote Oscar Piastri after this week at Formula One. So apparently it worked out well in your favor in this case as well. So your thoughts as we head through from Motegi, from a very wide egg-shaped-esque kind of gateway, kind of Darlington-inspired oval, over to Dover for next week.
Yeah, that'd be quite the change in everything. Smaller track, huge banking, different surface. So we're going to have to make sure we don't kill our right front, just like here. It was all about a right front. That's what you had to manage the whole time. So Dover's the same way. So I'm excited about it.
Of course, heading into, skipping ahead a little bit to the week after Dover, we head to the Red Bull Ring, where very prominently only done for just the Formula Series rather than stock cars. So even I haven't done a couple test laps. I might do that myself just to see how things go. But your thoughts heading into, early thoughts, I guess we'll go with heading into that. Have you even driven the Red Bull Ring by chance?
I'm not sure. To be honest, I can't really picture what track that is. So whatever it is, I don't know a lot about it. So that's going to be one that I have to learn.
That's going to be something to definitely look ahead for. So before we go ahead and let you go celebrate your second race win in a row, go ahead and shout out who gets it done for you in that number 8 once again.
Yeah, shout out to my family. Repeat 1975 for being my spotter tonight. Amazing calls. You for doing the broadcast. League admins for doing all the behind the scenes stuff. Race control and drivers and everybody watching tonight. Thank you.
And I thank you for your time and congratulations once again on your race win for this week at Motegi.
All right. I'll have to check out what track that is. Let me look it up right now. I'm curious. Actually, let's exit out of here and we'll just look at it in iRacing. How do you see the pictures? Is this the one with the long straightaway up a hill with a super sharp 90-degree turn to the left? I think it is. Yeah. Can you see my mouse? Yeah. Wait. Okay, this is the front stretch. No. No. This is something else. I don't even own it. Add to cart. That explains that. We'll see. We'll see about that race. Y'all have a good one. See you tomorrow.